Telahim, Psalms, chapter 1, verses 1 to 6, with commentary following. Blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the wicked, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of scornful. But his delight is in the Torah of Yahuah, and in his Torah he meditates day and night. And he shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that brings forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he does shall prosper. The wicked are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked shall not stand in judgment, nor sinners in the assembly of the righteous. For Yahuah knows the way of the righteous, but the way of the wicked shall perish. The Telahim, the Psalms, written by King David, giant slayer, warrior, and poet. Don't call him sensitive. He still owns Goliath's sword. The above psalm contrasts two paths, the way of the righteous and the way of the wicked. The blessed person does not walk in the counsel of the ungodly, but delights in the Torah of Yahuah, meditating on it day and night. Such a believer is compared to a tree planted by streams of water, steady, fruitful, and enduring through every season. Strong, peaceful, productive. Who doesn't want that? Granted, being compared to a tree sounds mildly restrictive. Limited travel options, no spontaneous holidays. But stability has its advantages. Imagine reclining under its branches on a summer's day. Shade, fruit, no midlife rebrand, no expensive yoga therapy, and no last-minute flight to Bali to find yourself. That kind of life is offered to us, rooted, nourished, quietly flourishing. All we're asked to do is obey the Father, follow his commands, and let him handle the storms. But no, we insist on grabbing the reins. We've known him 5 minutes and suddenly we're driving the wagon. Unsurprisingly, we steer it straight into a ditch, and then shout at the sky as if Elohim moved the road. And after all that independent thinking, we're exhausted. Turns out uprooting yourself every week isn't great for long-term growth. In contrast, the wicked are like chaff, driven by the wind, weightless, rootless, without lasting foundation, blown from pillar to post with no clear direction, no stability, no rest, just constant motion and very little progress. Always busy, always reacting, everything that can go wrong does, usually on a Tuesday. Starting to sound familiar? For believers today, this psalm is a clear reminder that our stability, growth, and fruitfulness come from rooting our lives in the instruction of Elohim. When we separate from corrupt influence and cling to Yahweh's word, he establishes our steps and ensures that our way is known and upheld by him. Turns out the secret to not being blown around by life is, quite literally, putting down roots, which is far preferable than being spiritual tumbleweed. And if we're honest, being a well-watered tree sounds far better than being agricultural debris. Stability isn't accidental, it's cultivated. Like King David, we're bound to make mistakes. He wrote psalms about his. We'd be lucky to manage an apology email. Better, perhaps, to put our big ideas aside and simply follow. What Yahuah has prepared is far better than anything we could imagine. This has been Enlighten, and if you're still listening, that's a good start. And as always, praise Yahuah.